Shiro flashed off, fires off his shot, but space is taken.
Well, let's force them straight back into the site, and the only other option for the CTs is to take short control. If you can't have long, you need short, and they're on their way to clear that off now, and guess who's waiting for any aggression? Of course, it's James, tucked in towards the green box, top mid.
Interesting.
Boatload of smokes here. Now, if you are VP, you kind of want to double pump this. Limp out a few smokes to just bait them into nades and force them to start throwing their utility, like this. Lots of time on the clock. There's no rush. Now, Gambit are staying stoic. They're actually using their flashes to make sure that they don't have to throw out their utility. And now they're being pressured.
You can see the hesitance from Shiro to drop his incendiary now seems to be the cue.
They're corralling them here. They want them on this A ramp to dump all these nades.
They've only got one for the cross now, though, Chad.
Might have to get a move on. Time's an issue.
Advancing a slow creep towards the site. Yakinda's managed to get himself across. The flashes are good. Hobbit uses the smoke to survive, and Shiro from short. It's Sanji with a crucial trade. Keeps VP's chances, posting a second here.
He wants to get that bomb down, but needs to clear off towards short.
Oh, my lord! He nearly won it. Nearly peeked into the AWP. He'd have to do a whole lot more than that. They'll boost to stop and deny this plan. I think he's got it. Yep, they faffed around a little too long, and Kick it now set up for a spray. He gets two towards the elevator with this kind of health, though. The odds stacked up against Sanji, looking for a punish and a precise one.
Low.
So low from the earlier exchange against none other than God Sanji. Two clutches? Oh, too much to ask. Shiro denies it. He thought the walk up didn't quite have the pacing in his head. Valiant attempt.
Dangerous throwing that smoke these days.
Exile knows what's coming. He can hear the footsteps stampeding towards his location. They're all down there. What a flick from Shiro. He had a moment's notice to adjust. Awkward as hell. Bombs loose. James hanging out in the tunnels. Inters wants to find and clear that out, but the element of surprise strikes, and now an M4.
They got the bomb back as well. So they can plant A safely. Gambit, they're stuck in no man's
land. They have to fight James. They just have to simply beat James, and they have, but at what cost? A 2-on-2 now with these Deagles. VP have been so close to converting a couple of these. That's a gamble, but he gets across. Enables not only that, but a smoke and an AK. Quite the upgrade, Yakinda. Speaking of upgrades, VP's most recent has found the final Deagle shot to deter Shiro. Yeah. That is enough. Returning to long, Chad.
Yeah, that was just that partial investment, right? So interesting stuff right there. And yeah, I'm with you. They returned to long after getting denied. I think they realized they can get space. So right now it looks like Gambit, they're a little bit scared if the flashes come over that corner smoke. They don't want to contest that. They think they have setups to deal with it. Well, they did, but that flurry of kills or that flurry of movement as they came up short very fast, the smoke, the flash over the wall, it was just that space. And you saw VP didn't...
The element of surprise here. He does tuck in. No info. They know where he is now, and he backs straight up into Inters. With their powers combined, they find the first. Don't forget, this is a full investment. This is Gambit saying no, you do not have control.
Gambit have good nades to slow this again, right? They picked up that weapon. There's lots of nades on the floor as well. Oh, okay.
Straight through the smoke. Kicker was tapping, looking for info. He gets more than info, knocks their head off. They don't boost either. Opting for a further back, a different angle of attack. And it's not far off from Shiro. They're into the site now, though, and the bomb will be planted. Sanji hiding behind the car. It's Buster, the first up. That's the trade. Sanji consistent.
This flank's coming very late through long.
Inters is going to have a chance to take down James. He's so distracted by Shiro's shots.
Turned.
Yeah, and already Axile's got one. James not ready for this. It's going to come down to one man. Just kick it. Just like that. Shiro's got the kit. He's close. And they've done it. Gambit retake control. They'll even grab an extra AWP for their troubles.
Oh, dear. The fact that they're not willing to give up on this. What a round right there. Walking away, 3 kills to his name. And you could see you were right. It did feel like that whole focus was just, let's stop Yakinda. Let's stop this mid control. He's heard the pin get pulled. That's why Nafany started spamming. He has to go back into Inters. That looks picture perfect. And even with this, Kicker gets so lucky with that type of a kill right there. They still pull this one off. So investing behind that guardian angel of Shiro with the AWP, he's not even the one to find all the impact. He wasn't even the scary factor in that round.
Yeah, we had a great breakdown on the desk actually from Gambit's Inferno game in the semis. where you just saw the power of those late flanks. You know, we've seen it from Kicker on VP, we've seen it from Nafany, most notably in Yanko's example, where when Counter-Strike is played at this level, I think his statement is when Counter-Strike is being played at this level, it's those timings, being, you know, pulling out your knife with conviction and being behind them on short when they're, you know, there is a couple of seconds determining whether that bomb goes down or not. Awesome stuff. Gambit 5. Hunting a 6. Where in the hell did Yakinda's health go? I think it was the flames. Yeah,
Hobbit's kind of stuck right now. Shiro's trying to bail him out with a couple of nades. That smoke is not great, but he's tucked into it, Hobbit. He's hearing all of this. Yakinda knows he can't hang around. Looks like a classic A split here from VP, but unless they get short control, these long players are going to have all the eyes on them. As this smoke fades, Hobbit might even be thrusted forward.
Yeah, there's a world where Sanji can get him on the box peak. Holding from short, conceding long. A run boosted AWP, and the hunt for Axel, he's just passively actually got the pin pulled on a smoke. He'll be reacting and dropping that. Still no access to short. Yakinda wants to change that. Oh, and he wins it out against the AWP, no less. His moves so graceful and his shots so pinpoint perfect. Sanji's caught the mid player. VP have caught themselves a third.
Inters will do good to get away here.
Doesn't seem too likely now.
Look at him just...
Look at the map.
Just toying with Sanji. Yeah, they're collapsing in all around him. Where are you going to go, mate? Please? I just want to leave.
Trying to escape the wrath of Buster. There it is. Okay, so just the one casualty, but that's after the round. Bomb does go down on A again. So for a team that we said have a bit of a tendency to lean B, we haven't seen an awful lot of that.
Yeah, then they're obviously focusing more through long. We can know these cat executes they have as well, where they procedurally take different chunks of that A bomb site and split it out and fight as a unit. They have very good flashes for that, but they are changing up their tact a little bit, and that's putting a lot more pressure on their long or their A hold because they're not able to establish long control. But Gambit still don't want to give up, right? Because of this loss bonus situation, the back and forth nature, they've been left with a low loss bonus and they've had to force buy in. Can they pull it off again? This time, no AWP for Shiro.
Oh, Hobbit.
A chance.
Yeah, completely caught in transition. He couldn't decide what he wanted to do with that. Committed to the smoke. Will they respect it?
They four-man stacked B as well, so this is perfect for VP. They can get straight on in, plant that bomb. And if you're Gambit, you just want to hold on to these upgraded pistols, right? Let's just take a look at the loss bonus. Next round's 1900, so it will be hold on to everything you have. VP also know they're up against this lower version of the buy, so you don't want to give over any AK-47s. Let them have those pistols, let them have the scout. They'll have another crack at it that maybe gamble stack towards B again. But maybe that is why they were gambling towards B, Alex, is what we've seen so far in the tournament has been the affinity to go for the mid to Bs, the B splits, put a lot of pressure through tunnels with the new skylight smokes that we've seen with the reverse doors. Clawing this one back. Gambit have had really good starts to halves, it feels like, and then VP, once they get control, able to run away with these gun rounds. 5-4, bomb about to explode. Hobbit's going to be operating with very little here, maybe a P250. Everybody will be staying alive on VP.
For those that, by the way, haven't been keeping their finger on the pulse of all of the nuggets of knowledge coming into this final, one that I do think is interesting to keep our fingers on the pulse of is Shiro versus Simple in clutch records. The record is held currently, all-time record from Simple. He got 19 1vX situations in 22 maps. Shiro currently stands at Katowice 21 with, I believe now actually after the first map, 18.
The mid doors, look at all the space. He's going forward.
He wants more, and he's actually found Hobbit. There is an important trade from Shiro. We do return to a 4-on-4.
Can't rotate anywhere, not with James here.
Yeah, and Buster's even trying his own little adventures towards this lurk smoke. How far do you want to push this?
Looks like all the way.
Oh, shots.
That's heard.
Yeah, very, very unlikely for Buster to dig himself out of trouble now. Good work from Inters. Nafany didn't choose to fire a single bullet or make a single sound, so 1B is the call. Currently a 2-2 split.
Nades are still pretty good for VP, right? They have smokes to work with, and if they want to go for this B split or an A attack, either is going to work because the 2-2 setup that VP have held Gambit to means they cannot rotate anywhere. James AWP is a problem. Any jiggle, anything, He's going to be on top of that. And sound cues from Sanji will be heard, so they know at least he's towards upper tunnels. Meanwhile, Kickit is working short, and James is just staying put. Regrouping now towards the tunnels.
Interested if he scopes in. Starts his walk. He's got a smoke for doors. We've been seeing him throw down on a lot of the takes.
Look at Naf and his nades, though, Alex. He still has a molly for this.
Yeah.
They're reconsidering it immediately, so...
20 seconds.
Kickit.
If he gets the timing,
Kickit.
Shiro exposed. And Shiro passes his test. That should be enough. James swallowed a nade. You got 10 seconds. Just throw your bodies at the site. Hope you don't go down after time. Yeah, knife out. Okay, so VP did run out of time after that one. Ran out of...
A minute 30 left on the clock. The rotator, which is Hobbit, is under so much pressure. He's died 10 times. He's not getting an easy way of this whatsoever. And now Yakinda's tucked on in close. He can listen and spring that trap late. And we haven't seen one of these VP standard short executes just yet. Now, when we talk about this, if we see it come out, you'll see the standard smokes. They even have an extra one they dribble down just in front of the site to deny AWP vision. And the flashes are used regimentally, right? They'll throw them out, they'll focus site, they'll focus goose, then they'll focus ramp. It's not just run on in and hope you win the fights. They have a very good idea of how they want to approach this VP. Smoke's being thrown out. That might draw the rotation or open the gap for Yakinda to take some space. The passive setup on B gives Yakinda a lot of room to work with, and that smoke has just bought another bit of time. So
Yakinda surely gets checked. Oh my lord! And Inters is not looking at all. Oh, and he gets them both. First kicker, Yakinda on the reactions, but got to get up pretty damn early in the morning to wake up and stop Inters. Sanji caught as well through the doors. The Tracer's fire was enough. Buster, he's done it before. Can he do it again? Breaking into the site. AK to be knocked off his perch is Inters. And Nafany on site. They've done well to isolate these duels. If Jane can get away. No, Inters does well to take him down. Bomb retrieval integral. Sanji does tag one up on the advance towards tunnels. Shiro close to contest. Oh, this is a tough puzzle to piece together here for the remaining Ts.
This is the fight, though. If Axel takes down Sanji, then Buster is locked.
Yeah. This, about 10 seconds. They're going to have a chance. The timing on the walk-in. Sanji does manage to win his duel despite his low HP. Catches Axel off guard, but now, same can't be said. You'd have to one tap or save an AWP. That works too.
Yeah, the fact he's been able to grab that one right under their noses. Yeah, it is still the round for Gambit. They have pulled another one away just with the saved gun, some upgraded pistols, and some heroics from Inters. How does he get...
Now with a bit more util thrown his way, he's actually forced to smoke onto their Molotov. Nafany actually converts Yakinda's hunt, and Inters, he's having another round. Doesn't matter whether it's P250 or M4, he's just caught 2 on his repeak. Virtus.pro has got no way in now. Kickit's caught on doors. Hobbit goes looking. And we know what time it is. 60 seconds. And he's
only smokes to work with.
Chasing the 9th for Gambit. VP to close this gap. Cross smokes land. Into spray. Does 2. Kickit hasn't gone down, but that's sound. They're well aware one has slipped the net, and looks like Shiro's missed shot has given Yakinda's perfect time to strike from short. 8 seconds left as VP have pulled this one out.
Oh, Inters, not again.
Not done yet. More impact required. He needs the head, finds the head. One more, and it's the most prized of them all, Yakinda. He's got 3 already. Will he get the 4th? He's tagged up so low. USP now. He knows one bullet will do it, and Inters 3 back-to-back impact rounds pulls Gambit into an extended lead. So much impact from him. The young gun.
Can he do?
Oh, he's trapped. Calls for the bailout. Has he got time for this? I think he just about gets there in time. So James set up for success. Sanji to delay as best he can. He hears Axel is across.
Oh, good from
that
short.
one. Yeah, all the way from short. Yakinda's hit a good shot, but no permanent deaths yet.
James been very sneaky
Playing
here.
retake here?
Yeah, no kit.
Oh, Hobbit. Nice catch. Yakinda was trying to work on the round the world maneuver. Now they have to focus all of their attention. The element of surprise. It's not clean from James. Inters continues to impress as he finds his 20th and another as well. Nothing left for VP in this pistol. Bloodshed, tears. It's 10 for Gambit.
Yeah, Inter's impact is reflected in the scoreboard, right? So, yep. Lots of bodies around.
So many. You can just caught just the one. What's going on?
Okay.
For a second there, it looked like the CT aggressions were winning against MAC-10s. It's stabilized. Thank you, Nafany.
Yeah, and just talking about these starts of halves, right? Now, on this map, they did lose the opening pistol round, but then they went and win the force buy, and then they had 4 on the trot. And then when you look at this half, they were able to grab this pistol round and then convert the second. So they've set themselves up very good, 11-6. And this gun round right now from VP, it makes a lot of sense that they're calling a timeout here. And the reason that is because when you go for this 3rd round buy with the new economy, it's not new anymore, but you have enough for rifles. You have to have the trade-off. Do we want utility? Because you're not going to have Molotov, smoke, flash, nade, and defuse kit. That's just not going to happen, right? And they're aware that they're up against a bonus situation. So as Buster gives us a little bit of a yawn there, I'm sure he's more than excited about this one. Don't you worry about that. We can look through their buys. You've got 4 M4s, right, with smokes on their side. There's a Molotov for Sanji. He's opted not to go for the head armor where the rest have, because they know that they're going up against potential SMGs. Not a diffuse kit in play whatsoever. And what this means is it's not about where the utility can be thrown, it's where the bodies need to go. So what type of a play are we going to go for? How are we going to find ourselves an opening? You need to be a little bit more proactive on the CT side with buys like this. Jame has that
you
all.
Get executed on, you really, there's nothing pointing towards going for it.
Yeah, so they need to be a little bit more proactive in this one. And a 4-man A-lean is a good place to start. All the pressure on Jame over towards B. Whatever utility VP did have has just been dumped to get long control. So they put all their eggs in this basket. Nobody's out. They've got control of this, and now they need to get the bodies back somewhere else. But look at Nafany.
What's he up to?
He's out mid.
Smoke. No eyes on it currently. Hobbit very loud on this hand. And Yakinda goes down. Big first frag found from the most experienced and the only major champion in the Gambit Esports roster. Well, this gets even more awkward now. Not only did you have limited util, now limited players. VP have to overcome the Gambit T side with just 4.
If they go into A because of that opening kill, they might get a bit of a rude surprise, right? We still have 2 players mounted up towards, of course, the caster curse. They just dropped on down, but there are 3 players still over towards the A side of the map. Hunkering down long is Buster and Jame. He's having to take a risk in some space. Hobbit's low, and Hobbit's down.
Interesting. What does that do to Nafany?
Mid to A? Mid to A?
They're boosting the element of surprise. I'm not sure anyone's going to be expecting this. I say that as Sanji is. Considered it for
Nafany's
a second.
through.
Nafany is through.
Oh,
it could too.
Be the double.
And it could very well be just the MAC-10 though. Surely he
Nafany!
Nafany with impact all over. What's Jame to do now? The glass cannon AWP was responsible for B. He's been a completely nullified object at this point.
He's locked in as well. Look at this. 1 player already towards spawn. That's Axial. Jame, you got to be careful, mate.
They want to stop this. They don't want to stop that save. They know how much impact a single AWP, especially for VP, and it's clean and easy. And he's lost his jewel just on that repeat. He knew. Nafany was well aware that Yakinda didn't have many options in terms of retreat. Just stand and try to deliver. And deliver Gambit will. Not taking their chances. Good to see the smokes and the Molotovs all landing to do their due diligence.
This will be 4 in a row right here for Gambit in the second half, and that's the max loss bonus coming into the bank balance of VP for the next. They might want to go for a couple of exits here just to close out this round. No point in holding onto these deagles. You don't have Kevlar behind it. Sure, having a better sidearm was cool, but all in all, it will be the rifles that we'll be looking towards next round. So everybody from Gambit looks like they will be surviving. VP aren't even having a look in whatsoever, just staying tucked in towards B. Nobody's moving. Statues, 3 of them. And that's round number 19 in the bag. This is very good stuff from Gambit. The fact that they had a close kit for the post plan.
You'd be throwing your bodies into a brick wall if you tried.
That's Axial. That's all Axial. Like, the mid to B got stopped. There was no mid to B. There was only 1 prong on that attack, and it was Axial coming in through those tunnels, taking out both Kickit and Buster. So as soon as they fall, the bomb goes down, the pressure applied. VP locked out. They need to hold on to these guns. Max loss bonus, sure. They will be able to drop and have another competitive round going forward, but it doesn't matter. 14-6 right now. Gambit looking good to convert. They might even get this one. Inters gives it a shot. Bomb goes off. Sanji lucky to survive. Wants to grab an AK if he can.
See it from Axile's POV. comes up just as the action's occurring middle, and neither of them ready for that.
4.
Oh, Dastardly does too, getting completely shaken. And Yakinda peeks out, it's damage. It's insufficient. They're both coming in from CT and B respectively, so disconnected. Just got to follow the flowchart now for the after plant. Sanji does take down Nafany.
Buster does have a kit. This is still doable. It looks extremely unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, with the flashbang, Sanji wants one more before he does any more dirty work, and that's the head he was waiting for. Pops it off of Inters. The impact continues. Buster. Oh, they may not expect
Look at this angle from Hobbit.
Angle on the gather the smoke and makes it all too easy.